bustin', not for discussion. We play with drums like shit is percussion. Stay with a hammer like this is construction. Drink too much Henny, might shoot up.
Yo, what's good YouTube, man? It's xClxtch. We back out with another video, man. Today's video I got you guys with the best center build in NBA 2K23. Now I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but like 2 or 3 months ago I did give you guys the best inside center build. So today I'm going to be giving you guys the best shooting center build in NBA 2K23. Personally, I would recommend you use this build for like rec or pro-am because it is going to be a bigger center. I'm talking about 7 foot plus. This build isn't really ideal for park because I think it's just too tall and slow. But if you want to use it for like threes, maybe you probably could because it's not too big. But let's just get into the build. So like I said, we are going to be making the build a center, so make sure you guys make the build a center, and obviously this other stuff does not matter. That's personal preference. Now moving on to the height and stuff, man. Now it is a center, so personally for me, I think if you make a center, especially if like rec or pro-am, I think you should go no lower than 7 foot. You definitely don't want to go like 6'11 or 6'10. For running the 5, that's a little bit too small. I would recommend 7 foot at the lowest, and if you want to really go 7'3", you can. But the thing that sucks about 7'3" is just, yeah, you're really big, but the only thing is you're really slow. If you ever have to help on screens or just help a teammate that gets beat or something like that, 7'3", they can't really move too good. You're just way too slow at 7'3". So I personally don't like 7'3". 7'2", same thing. 7'1's not bad actually. 7'1 is definitely a little bit quicker, but even then I still feel like you're too slow. So personally, I'm making the build 7 foot. I think you're the best of both worlds. This build's still gonna have really good defense and rebounding, so you're still gonna be able to keep up with all the big 7'3", 7'2s. It's not like you're gonna be getting babied in the paint. This build can easily still hold its own because it's gonna have really good strength, rebounding, and interior defense. So we're making the build 7 foot. Plus this build's gonna be a lot quicker than a 7'3" would be. So I highly recommend you make the build 7 foot. And the weight, we're going 239 pounds because I do want to have an 86 strength, which as you guys know does give you gold brick wall. And plus, if you guys didn't know, you get a +4 to all your physical attributes with gym rat. So 86 +4, you're going to have a 90 strength with gym rat with this build. So like I said, you're not going to be getting babied around at all. 90 strength is definitely more than enough to hold your own in the paint. So we're going 239. And obviously your center, you definitely do want to max your wingspan out. We are going to have a 79 3-pointer and an 80 mid-range. That should definitely be more than enough. Like I said, you're a center. If you really want a higher 3-pointer, then go ahead and minimize your wingspan a little bit. But personally, like I said, you're a center. You want to have the longest wingspan as possible. Plus, you're not 7'3", so you definitely do want to have maximum wingspan. Because if you're already short, so if your wingspan's not maxed, you're going to be at a disadvantage. So I would highly recommend you guys do these body sets in 7 foot, 239 pounds, as you guys see, 86 strength, and a max wingspan. Like I said, this build is a lot quicker than a 7'3" would be. You have a 73 speed and a 65 XL. That's definitely more than enough. You'll be able to still move pretty decently with this build. And obviously, body shape doesn't matter. I'm just going to go built, so I take up more space and I look a lot bigger. Now, moving on to the attributes, man, make sure you guys do copy it down just like this. I'm going to go very in depth with how I upgrade every single thing. So let's move on to the first thing about this build. This build actually does have pro driving contact dunks. We're giving this build an 86 driving dunk, which as you guys know, it does give you gold limitless takeoff, which is in tier 1, which is really nice about 7 footers. You get silver slithery finisher and silver posterizer. At 86 driving dunk, you do get the pro driving contact dunks, which is really nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now close shot, we are bumping this up to a 49, which as you guys see does give you another badge point, so make sure you guys do that right there. And since you are 7 foot and you're above 6'10", you do get the ability to get the standing contact dunk. So make sure you guys put your standing dunk to an 80, which also does give you silver rise up, as you guys can see right here. But the main reason why I put it to an 80 because at 80 standing dunk, you do unlock the pro big man standing contact dunk. So you definitely want to have that. So you have pro driving contact dunks, 86 dunk with gold limitless takeoff. Then you have an 80 standing dunk, which is really nice. This build can finish pretty good. Plus you got 12 finishing badges. I was gonna tell you guys, now if you do want that silver rise up, you do need 16 finishing. So I would put your +4 onto finishing so you can get silver rise up. And then once you core silver rise up, you could put on fast twitch. That is definitely another good badge. But just throwing that out there. Now moving on to shooting, we are maxing out the 3-pointer to a 79, and we're putting our mid-range to a 71, which does give us 16 shooting badges. And the reason why I wanted to do that, because as you guys see, catch and shoot is a tier 3. You get it on silver, and you need 16 shooting badges to get this badge. So you have enough to get this, and once you core catch and shoot, you can throw on corner specialist, limitless range, whatever you want to throw on. But I wanted to have 16 shooting badges just so we get that silver catch and shoot, and you have a 71 mid-range. In case you get pulled in the mid-range, 71 mid-range is more than enough to be able to hit your mid-range shot. And if you guys are in need of a jump shot for this low 3-pointer, I know the 3-pointer is not the highest. It's not terrible. You definitely can still hit with this pretty consistently. But if you guys need a jump shot for this build, go check out my last video, the best jump shots in NBA 2K23. I gave you guys a really comp jump shot for the taller players. it would work really good on this build. Now moving on to playmaking, man, pass accuracy. You definitely want to have some good pass accuracy so you get your break starter. You guys are probably thinking, oh, I'll just go 75 because that gives me the LeBron James pass style. You definitely could do that, but if you guys didn't know, if you go up to 76, as you guys see right here, you do get the ability to get gold break starter. So at 75 you get LeBron James pass style, and then at 76 you get gold break starter. So we're going 76. I think that's a really good threshold. You'll definitely be able to throw those full court passes like nothing. You got LeBron James pass style, the best passing style in the game, and gold break starter. That's definitely more than enough. Now we're not done for playmaking. We actually are bumping our ball handle up to a 50, which if you guys didn't know, that does give you bronze vice grip. Now definitely do not sleep on this badge. I know it is only on bronze, but as you guys see, it increases a player's ability to secure the ball against steal attempts after obtaining a possession from a rebound, catch, or loose ball. I'm telling you, once you grab a defensive rebound, people usually just start spamming you like crazy, and if you don't have vice grip, you're just going to get ripped pretty much every time. So having bronze vice grip will help you a lot from not getting ripped. I think that's definitely pretty good badge to have, honestly. Now moving on to defense, you are a center, so this is going to be the best category of the build. Like I said, this build can defend post scores even though you're a little smaller. So we're putting our interior defense to an 88, which does give you gold post move lockdown. Like I said, this build is going to be able to guard the taller post scores. You do have gold post move lockdown, so you should be fine there. Now perimeter defense at steal, that doesn't really matter for a 7-footer. You're not going to be guarding ball with the 7-footer, so I'm not upgrading perimeter defense at steal. You're probably thinking, oh, I want to have a decent steal so I can play lanes and get passing lanes, but like I said, you already get bronze interceptor. And trust me, I have a friend that has a 7'2" center with like a 30 steal, bro, and he be reading pass lanes all the time. Just because you're so big and your arms are so long, you already have bronze interceptor. I'm telling you, you're gonna get passing lanes regardless just because you're so big. You don't really need perimeter defense and steal on a big center like this. I'm telling you, trust me on that. You definitely could sacrifice these two. Now block, you're a center. You definitely want to have Hall of Fame anchor 99 block. Like I said, even though you are a little bit shorter, this build is still going to have really good defense. You're going to be able to guard those post scores like nothing. You have an 88 interior defense, which is really good defense in the paint. Gold post move lockdown for the post scores, and you got a 99 block for Hall of Fame anchor. Nobody should make anything on you in the paint with this build. Now moving on to our defensive rebound. Obviously you're a center. You definitely want to max this out to 99 so you get your Hall of Fame rebound chaser. And plus we do have an offensive rebound. We are putting this to an 85, which as you guys know, if you don't know, it does give you another badge point. That gives you 28 total defensive badges. Now you're probably wondering why I didn't put the offensive rebound higher. You are a shooting center. Most of the time you're going to be on the 3-point line, so you don't really need a crazy high offensive rebound. Defensive rebounds are definitely more important in your case because you're going to be sitting in the paint. If you're playing zone, you're going to be in the paint. You definitely want to have a 99 defensive rebound. And since you already have Hall of Fame rebound chaser, I'm telling you, you'll definitely be able to snag offensive rebounds just because you already have Hall of Fame rebound chaser and you're 7 foot. That should definitely be more than enough. Now moving on to our physicals, man, we are maxing our speed and acceleration out. Like I said, you don't want to be too slow. This build will be able to move pretty good. It will move a lot better than a 7'3" would. So we're having 73 speed and 65 XL. You'll definitely be able to move around on the court with that still, and you'll be able to help if you need to. And like I said, this build does have really good strength. So in case you do want to set screens with this build, maybe if your guard runs pick and roll, this build is going to have really good strength. We are having an 86 strength, which as you guys know, if you don't know, it does give you gold brick wall, which if you haven't seen 2K Labs test on gold brick wall, they said gold brick wall is actually a better badge than Hall of Fame. It doesn't really make sense, but gold sometimes actually does better than Hall of Fame. So there's no point of like a 94 strength for gold brick wall. I mean, for Hall of Fame brick wall, gold brick wall is more than enough. If you're setting screens for your point guard, gold brick wall will definitely be more than enough to get them open. And here's another thing, if you guys didn't know, read the description of brick wall. Increases effectiveness of screens, is tough to back down in the post. So like I said, even though you are 7 foot, if you go up against a 7'3" post scorer, you have gold brick wall, 90 strength with gym rat. It's not going to be easy for them to back you down. Plus, you have Hall of Fame anchor. You'll be able to make them miss. And you have gold post move lockdown. You have all those 3 badges to help you guard post scores. You should be fine with this build. Like I said, you're 7 foot, but you have really good interior defense. You have a 99 block, and you're a pretty strong player. 86 strength, 90 with gym rat. You should be fine with that. Now, our vertical, we do have an 86 driving dunk for the pro driving contact dunk. So make sure you guys put your vertical to at least a 75. That's what you need to be able to get your pro driving contact dunks. If you want to put it a little bit higher just so your player jumps higher, definitely go ahead and do that. But like I said, 75 is all you need. And for your pro standing contact dunks, it's only a 65 vertical. But for the pro driving contacts, you need a 75. So I'm going 75 there. And before we do move over to stamina, we're going to be putting our free throw to a 71. So like I said, if you're playing rec with this build, 71 free throw is way more than enough to be able to hit consistently at the free throw line. Just put it on a good free throw like Stephen Curry, Michael Jordan, or something like that, and you should not be missing at the free throw line. 70 free throw, I'm telling you, that's way more than enough. I was shooting consistently with like a 50, 60 free throw. So a 70, you shouldn't really be missing with that. And the rest of the attributes are going on to stamina. You are a center, so you don't need crazy high stamina. 91 is still going to be at 95 with gym rat, so that should be plenty enough. Like I said, you are a center, so you don't really need 99 stamina. This will definitely be more than enough. And as you guys see, this is the build right here. So you got 12 finishing, 16 shooting, 9 playmaking, and 28 defensive. Pretty good build. Like I said, you get pro driving contact dunks, go limos takeoff, 80 standing up for your pro standing contact dunks. You got really good shooting, 79 3 ball, 71 mid range, 71 free throw. You got really good pass stack, LeBron James pass style, gold break starter. That's all you need. You got bronze vice grip so you don't get ripped when you grab a rebound. And like I said, this build can rebound really good. You have a 99 block. You have 88 interior for your goal post with lockdown. You're fast. You have an 86 strength, so you're not going to be getting backed down by any centers. Plus, you can set really big screens. You got gold brick wall. That's all you need. 75 vertical for all your contact dunks, and that's definitely good enough since you're already 7 foot. 75 vertical is definitely all you need. Then you got a 91 stamina. Really solid center build, like I said right here. If you want to go the 7'3" route, go ahead. But like I said, you're going to be a lot slower. I'm telling you, this 7 foot is pretty nice because you can still move around the court pretty decently, and you should not be getting babied in the paint at all because you're pretty strong. You have a nice strength with gym rat. Now moving on to takeovers with this build, man. Now, if you are worried about the 79 3-pointer not being high enough, you could throw on spot up precision, which will definitely help you make your spot up shots. You should not be messing with spot up precision. That's up to you. If you don't trust your ability to make with the 79 3-pointer, go ahead and throw on sharp take or rim take. Like I said, I'd probably throw on paint intimidation. It's going to help you play way better paint defense. And then I think you also just get glass take, so it's up to you. I don't really think you need glass take, but if you want it, go ahead. You can throw on see the future, so it tells you where the rebounds go. It's completely up to you. Personally, honestly, I think I'm just going to throw on rim take primary and spotter precision secondary, but it's up to you. Do whatever you want to do there. And as you guys can see, man, this build is similar to Marcus Camby, Yusuf Nurkic, and Walker Kessler. I've actually never heard of that last guy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But this build is called a defensive anchor. Pretty good name, and that's exactly what it is. This build does have really good defense. You have a 99 block, 99 rebound, really good interior, gold brick wall, 86 strength. And Marcus Camby is actually a really good comparison to this build. I'm pretty sure in one of the seasons he was the defensive player of the year, so being compared to him is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me know what you guys do think about this build in the comment section below. Like I said, it's a shooting center. It's a little slow for 3s and 2s. I definitely want to use on 2s. I think it's too slow for 2s. You probably could get away with 3s, but ideally I think your best bet is running this build at the 5 in either rec or pro-am personally. But like I said, if you want to use this build at park, go ahead. Completely up to you. Let me know what you guys think about this build in the comment section below, and also let me know what other builds you guys do want to see from me down below. But that's pretty much the end of the video, man. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'm out.